Alright, hopefully we are live. The plan for today's stream is probably going to be a little bit simpler. It's not going to be as complicated as my previous streams where I was actually unboxing for classifieds. Instead, we'll be going ahead and doing the latest Christmas event, which was added to Ghost Simulator. So, yeah, I don't think there's too much else to talk about. We will just be heading over into the Christmas world, doing all the new NPCs that were added there. I think there was 4, and then going and seeing what the tower actually brings. So yeah, that is the plan. Let me just go make sure all audio is working fine. Looks like it is. Yeah, again, it will be a slightly shorter stream than some of my previous ones. Probably take around 2.5 hours at the most to complete. And yeah, nothing too crazy going on today. 2-time Snowflake. I think there was a 2-time Snowflake event earlier. I didn't play though during that, so I unfortunately missed it over the weekend. Most likely we will be getting at least one more 2-times Snowflakes because they like doing that on every update for some reason. I personally don't understand the point in having 2-times events every weekend, but devs for some reason like to do that. It is what it is, I guess. Anyways, yeah, the Christmas event this year actually is very similar to the last 4 years. With using the same area with the addition of one additional area over here this year, which is actually kind of cool. It's very nostalgic to bring back the old ghosts, old areas, and old layout as before, and old NPCs too. So that's kind of nice. It also does mean that a few things from last year still work this year, which I don't think we'll be doing this stream, but let's just say it was really helpful to have some of the tricks from last year for testing, at least. Hello! Yeah, the devs have already hinted that there will be both a part 2, there's always a part 2 of events, but they've also said that there will be some changes, not explicitly, but they've hinted that there will be some changes to the tower before the next update even. So I think they're planning on doing some more things with the tower, maybe adding some new floors, I think was what they hinted at. Maybe that's just my speculation based on the new floor they've already added. I don't remember exactly what they said. But yeah, like, we will be getting quite a bit of new content this year around, for the tower at least. Anyways, now that we're here, we'll go ahead and start working on NPCs. I think there are 4 NPCs this year, to work on. We have Head Elf, which is over here in the center. Yay, lovely 7 FPS. We have Head Elf here, which was right when we got out. Pretty basic. She's probably the main quest line, since she does also require you to do like all the other quest lines. I think we have Green Elf over here, we have Blue Elf down there, and then we also have Pink Elf, aka Ella, over here. So those are the 4 NPCs this year. We will probably go ahead and get started with Blue Elf down here, just because like he is kind of in a, or is this Green Elf? No, this is Blue Elf. I don't know why they're named the way they are, but they are. Yeah, I don't think there are any NPCs over here in this area or any in the ice cave, although I will quickly double check to make sure I am doing all the NPCs I can. There's also these NPC quests, I guess, ish. Yeah, it's more of an advent calendar for free rewards, but I think we'll go ahead and wait on that till maybe part 2 or something, stream later on. But yeah, there are no NPCs down here, so it is just the 4 that I pointed out earlier. So we'll go ahead and get started with Blue Elf. Yeah, the tower floors the obbies are really difficult. I'm assuming that once they start adding some changes, they'll go ahead and adjust based on the community feedback, since it is something new they're doing. The fact that the community has responded, they'll probably take that into consideration. Also, while I'm thinking about, let's switch over to Glitchy Loot Gun before I forget. What's that? But yeah, likely obbies will get nerfed. We'll probably a few other changes, hopefully. I don't know exactly if there'll be rewards for obby floors. I really wish there was, but yeah. Christmas, he's saving again, and you're the only one to help. Ghost Hunter, I got a plan this time. A secret weapon. I call it the Lock Cracker. Serves them right. Now, you can't just give it to you. It's not that easy. No. If you want to wield the Lock Cracker, now let's begin. Yeah, so, I don't even... No, these are the Seer Ghosts. Okay, we are correct. But, yeah, pretty much we will need to complete every single quest, I think except for Pink Elf / Ella, to go ahead and gain access to the tower. So that's going to be the first part of the stream, is just gaining access to the tower. And then once we gain access to the tower, we'll probably have to do, like, a tower, maybe up to, like, 3 or something for some NPCs. We'll do a few. I don't know if we'll do like 5 or if we need to do 5 for any of the NPCs. But we'll at least get 1 done so you guys can go ahead and see how I approach it. And I can actually see how it is in its finished form, since all I've really checked out for the tower is during testing. So we'll see about that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It definitely feels very weird having it so long, and then they definitely could have shorted it down to like 5 rooms or something. There's definitely a lot of changes that they can do that to that obby, but with the fact that like the update itself was already delayed an hour, tells me that they were working on it like kind of right up to the deadline. So because of that, I don't think it I don't think we could have got it any better without them delaying it even longer, which I don't know how much the community would have cared about it being delayed longer. And another thing, like people in testing, a lot of the testers know the game better, so when they're like testing towers, testing new content, they're only testing like the end game, how end game players would approach it. So when something's like too difficult, sometimes they'll just breeze through it and not even notice, and then new players will come through and struggle a lot, which is kind of a problem. Also, this FPS is like killing me right now, but it is always something that gets missed in testing, is the fact that new players are going to struggle more than older players on some stuff. But yeah, alright, let's see. Oh yeah, we still just need to continue grabbing ghosts. And of course we are going to burn loot gum pretty much all this time, because we do need the item drops. Yeah, this also, I think this is like most evident in like the fact that there was a bug that popped up like pretty much immediately once the update came out, whereas people died on like obby floors. They weren't able to, I think they got like pretty much soft locked, unable to like equip tools, use any perks and stuff like that, which was actually like kind of a bad bug. But the fact that like no one really dies and none of the good players would really die on an obby floor, even like solo most of the time, means it kind of got skipped in testing. But yeah. Anyways, we are just going to go ahead and cruise through these quest lines. It does look like it is only 10 quests long, so if they are all this easy, we shouldn't have too much of a problem. I mean, it is always a little annoying when you do have to grab like 10 rare ghosts or something, but it is definitely doable, questline-wise. But yeah, this Christmas event, testing it at least, it seems like it's going to be quite a fun event if they can smooth out some of the wrinkles before like update part 2 drops. The problem is like, since there are only since Ghost Simulator is on a 2-week update cycle where it updates every 2 weeks, and events usually last 4 weeks, aka a month usually, they only get really 1 update to change the event, and that's like halfway through the event. So if they really want to change something to make the event better, they have to go ahead and actually they have to do a mid-week update, which is actually kind of rare for them to do, and fix a lot of those bugs like and features and problems before like an actual update hits, which is kind of unfortunate because they generally don't do that. And it's kind of hard to do a midweek update, stuff like that, when you already have more stuff planned that you still need to work on. But that's kind of what's required if they want to like patch updates, make the update better, without going over into how did I grab that? Oh, whatever. We aren't going to worry about that, as I said earlier. We are just worrying about the normal quests, not these present quests. Oh yeah, if we get 119 towers or 109 towers like we did last few years, I am not doing them. I'm just going to say that flat out right now. It is those quests are obnoxious, and with how long the tower is currently and how many changes they're going to do to it, most likely, it is just going to be a pain. Really? I don't want to go back to... oh, wait. That's Jack's quests. Yeah, I started Jack's quest on purpose for, I think, one of my videos recently. So it's just chilling in there. Anyways, there is the correct quest. That looks much better. 10 skiers and 5 frosted penguins. That definitely looks more doable than my previous quest. I was trying to figure out why I was needing to go back to Ghostly Islands. I'm trolling, I guess. I'm trying to go work on Jack's in the middle of Christmas then. What am I thinking? But yeah. Again, these quests shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, you pretty much just need a vacuum ghosts. Yeah, there's all the ghosts I need already spawned. I think the biggest difficulty will be, like, if Pink Elf, for some reason, since she isn't required to unlock the tower, most likely, is if she decides to go ahead and request you to do, like, three or more towers or something like that, and you have to spend quite a bit on her, but for the most part, this is looking like pretty easy quest lines for any of you guys to really do. Pretty easy for this stream to do, even if we are getting, like, I don't know, like 5 frames per second. I do apologize for that. Nothing I can really do. But yeah, my personal opinion on the tower quest is that I will personally do them most of the time. I don't think I'll be doing it this year if they are so long and I don't have enough time for it. Oh, we do need to go open a pet crate. That's our next quest. But I feel like they could definitely be a little bit shorter. I think 100 towers is just a little bit too much, in my opinion. Alright, looks like we have another 5 pet crate rather than the normal 11 pet crate, which is, I think, fine. We'll go ahead and open it and probably get... Okay. Not bad, a gift wrap bun. It's kind of a cool pet. But yeah, we're mostly just working through the quest right now, not really worrying about getting, like, godlies or completion or anything like that. For those of you guys who have played the event, which quest line has been your favorite? Because I know there's like 4 quest lines right now, and some of them are going to be definitely a lot longer. Like this one right now, Blue Elf, feels like he is so quick right now. He's only asked for up to, like, I think 10 ghosts, or maybe was it 20? I don't know. He's only asked for a few ghosts at a time, and he's been, like, every other quest has been just grabbing something that's pretty much immediately available. So he's definitely feeling quite quick. And if all the quests are like this, we might actually be done within an hour, which would be probably a new shortest stream for me. But Green Elf personally, yeah. Alright, there's the skis. Yeah, okay. Green Elf is the other one that I think is short. Generally, that's kind of how it works, is these miscellaneous side quests, Blue Elf and Green Elf, end up being pretty short, whereas all the other quests end up being quite long. So that's nice to know that that's actually how it applies this stream, or this event too. Also, it's interesting that he's only asking for ghosts from this area. Generally, these quests actually ask you from, like, a variety of ghosts from different areas. Like, Easter area. Yeah, just all the areas, rather than just asking from the area they're in. I think, like, the only quest that doesn't do that is, like, even throughout, like, the whole game is void quests, pretty much. Hello, Chardux. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only, like, void quests that end up, like, not asking you to do any ghosts from other areas. But, you know, it is definitely a nice change of pace, not having to worry about, like, switching areas or anything like that. It does make it a little bit annoying for waiting for ghosts to respawn, because that's, like, most of your time when you're spent in one area, is just waiting for the ghost to respawn. It doesn't seem like it's being too bad this time, since it doesn't ask for, like, 30 or 40 at a time, which is kind of where it gets to that point. If it's only like 10 to 20, you generally can do it without having to wait too long for ghosts to respawn. Alright, blue ring. Let's go find a blue ring, guys. There it is. Yeah, the event hasn't really changed from Christmas 2019, so anytime it asks for, like, rings and stuff, I already generally know where they are, so it isn't too difficult like that. What about Gabe? Yeah, I guess Gabe doesn't ask for you anyways, but that's kind of just because you don't have access to any other areas. But yeah, that's definitely, I guess, another example. Hello. Also, I'm pretty sure Lock Cracker here is kind of just supposed to be a joke because it does ask for key fragments to unlock the Christmas Tower. So I'm pretty sure the Lock Cracker is just a key. Because, you know, that's a very easy way to get through a lock, is just to have the key for it. But yeah. Oh, the tower's trash. It's impossible. Yeah, I've definitely been hearing a lot of seeing a lot of complaints about how difficult it is, and I think it is definitely a little bit too difficult. I think they will address that sometime in the future, hopefully. Just looking at some of the testers even, who generally are better at the game, still are saying that's way too difficult. Definitely means it is way too difficult. Especially when you consider, like, everything, like, it's kind of a mess compared to previous years. Because, like, you get one boss from the whole tower, and have to do 5 floors to get to it. It's actually the longest, I think it's the longest time for any single boss in Ghost Simulator at the moment. It's actually a longer boss fight than Final, and I think it's actually longer than Headless Hollow, because all you had to do for Headless Hollow was 4 floors. So, yeah, you had to wait for them to respawn, but there wasn't any, like, in-between time between the floors too much. Like, you had to wait, like, 10 seconds or something between every floor in Headless Hollows, but you have to wait, like, 30 seconds between every floor in the new tower system, so Headless Hollow could actually be a faster boss fight than this, and generally speaking, Headless Hollow has been the longest boss fight in the game ever. Who is the best Ghost Simulator player? Currently, best Ghost Simulator player is either Papa Yaya, Big 10-4, or Kurji, depending on how you look at it. Maybe Uncle, too, but it's either a person with the most rebirths, which would be Uncle or Papa Yaya, or it's the person with the most ectoplasm, if you consider that, which would be definitely... Yeah, there we go. We got a key part. Perfect. Done with him. But it's either a person with the most ectoplasm on the leaderboard. I wouldn't consider that one, but that's currently Kurji, or maybe it was Nona. I don't remember exactly which one's currently there. I know they're both been vying for it. It would be the person with the biggest inventory, which would be either Jonas or Big 10-4, or I'd go with Big 10-4. Or it would be, as I said, the person with the most rebirths, Papa Yaya or Uncle. So, yeah. I mean, that's kind of your decision there. Also, these are my favorite ghosts, guys. These piles of snow, I love them. I love how they work. These are ghosts, guys. Oh, it's quite literally my favorite ghost in Ghost Simulator. I always forget it when someone asks that question, but, like, they're so unique. They are the only ghost that works like that. But yeah. Or is it Ellie, Speedy, and no, Kurji that are vying for the leaderboard? No, it can't be. Is it those two? I don't remember. It's Kurji and someone else that are in top 2 positions and vying over that. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I'm nowhere near top of Ghost Simulator at this point. Like, I play a decent amount, but not exactly best player material, really. Is that seriously a strategy for the obbies? Is just to wait 5 minutes? Oh, that's so stupid. Yeah, I warned about this in testing, is that, like, if there's nothing, there's no point in, if you're playing with other people, there's, like, no point in completing it, because everyone else is just going sandbag for that. I'm fairly sure I am going to be doing all of my towers this event in solo servers, unless they change some of those flaws. Oh, that's such a... That's so bad. You need to at least have one person complete it. Like... Ugh. What are you talking about? I have no idea what we're talking about testing-wise. I probably talk about testing way too much, but this is probably like the most recent event I've actually tested a decent amount of, so doesn't really matter. Especially like most of it is pretty self-explanatory. Like, oh yeah, testers are better at the game, so they didn't struggle as much during the towers. Like, you guys can probably figure that one out pretty easily by yourself. It's kind of an obvious once you think about it a little bit, is that like testers actually play the game a little bit more than other people, and that's kind of why they're testers. It's part of the reason. It's not the whole reason, but it's definitely part of the reason. Do you get pets as a tester? No. You don't really get anything as a tester. It's more of just some added responsibility. Yeah, I don't understand why people consider tester to be such a big deal. Really the only thing you get is a little bit more stress because you're now responsible for not leaking stuff and making sure the integrity, or yeah, making sure you're not leaking stuff is. So it's literally just more work, to be honest, without too much of a reward. Like, yeah, people look up to you, but like, why do people look up to you? Because you have a special name tag? It really doesn't mean as much as people I think it does. Hello. Yeah, access to testing server. Yeah, that does so much for you. All right. Oh, we're completing the Frozen Lake obby again. Beautiful. Yeah, it's such a difficult obby. All right, that's where the green ring is when I ask about it later. Yeah, it's really not too much of a difference for, like... Oh, hot cocoa. So you're telling me I could have done this in Blue Elf at the same time and been able to double up on a lot of these completion? What are you going to ask me for next? A crate? Oh, no, just jump in through a blue ring. Alright, I know what the blue ring is, or at least a blue ring. I don't know if there's multiple blue rings in this event. Looks like there isn't. That's good. But yeah. Yeah, everyone's finding the towers difficult. I'm assuming devs at some point, probably this Friday, will do a mid-update patch where they make the tower easier. They probably will like half the amount of obbies you have to go through for each obby floor. Maybe do a few other changes to make it a little bit better for players. If they don't, I would be surprised, and I will then probably submit some more feedback for them because they definitely don't already have like 20 suggestions in the first like hour of the event being out that the tower was too difficult and need to be made easier. I'm sure the devs are aware that the tower is too difficult. I think the only question they have is whether or not it's actually too difficult and then how to balance it. Because one of the problems with being a developer is you really don't play your game. So you don't actually have too much of an idea about like how good how balanced stuff is, how difficult it actually is for players, stuff like that. So it's kind of hard for you to actually balance stuff or really make good updates, I guess. That's kind of why they have a huge testing team, is so that the testers can give their opinion on it and then be able to fix or give their feedback like that. So, yeah. What's my favorite pet? I'm fairly sure I've answered this one before, but it's definitely purple. I just love how I love simpler stuff. For instance, one of my favorite boards is Ghost Server, despite it being super simple. And same with like Blizzmod, it's like a super simple looking board, but it's one of my favorite. But anything that's super simple, purple's a huge plus. So yeah, stuff like that is just a huge plus. So the fact that it's both simple, it is purple, it is named purple. It is just amazing, in my opinion. There's one boss in the tower right at the last 6th floor. It's either Fluffy, Scrooge, or Nutcracker. There might be another one that I don't know about, but those are the 3 I know are in this cycle. It drops 2 keys, I think. I don't remember the exact amount, but it drops some keys. Plus, it also, you get an additional 3 keys from finishing a tower to begin with. So you get around 5 keys, I think, from a tower without anything, and like, maybe 4 or 5 keys from a tower without any passes, and then you can get up to, I think, 9 or maybe 10 with passes, so it's kind of nice. Nope, I don't read dialogue, guys, and I don't care about dialogue problems because, like, really doesn't matter at all to the game itself. Like, yeah, we can fix it, but there's bigger fish to fry in events. Like, you know, the fact that the tower had so many bugs when it came out. Yeah. Well, it seems you already got that out. Good job to take this reward. Oh, yeah, I warned about that in testing. Don't worry. That was one of the first issues that was mentioned in testing. They haven't done anything to that, which is actually annoying. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But, yeah. Waiting for an AFK person during the obby is just silly, in my opinion. I don't know why they made it that way. It is not 8 with pass and times 2 bosses. Or is that 8 per tower? Okay, that's probably 8 per tower. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that doesn't even make sense. Go vacuum Tron Snowman. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this event. I haven't really I haven't done the event enough to know the actual math on how much drops you get. That's something I'll have to figure out as I'm playing the event itself. Like I'm going to have to figure out this math because I'm kind of dubious on other people's when they just start shouting random numbers, to be honest. Like I don't know how many, like once I know how many keys I'll get, I can use that as a pretty good number, but yeah, it's kind of frustrating not having very clear numbers, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I'm getting with both the pass and times 2 bot drops. Like that doesn't even make sense because I'm pretty sure the dev said you get time 6 keys. Okay. Devs are not a reliable source of information for how things actually work in the game. They're only really a reliable source of information for how things should work in the game. But yeah, they said that you should be getting, I think, 6 keys from a tower, from just the end of the tower with the 2 times event. So yeah, I don't know how that math really adds up because I guess we'll see. I will be doing definitely a tower this time without the event pass, and then probably buying the event pass, and then seeing what that gives me. So we'll see. What do you model? I don't know. Honestly, I don't really I don't really understand. I'm not very artistic, I guess, is how I should phrase that. So I'm not really good at coming up with creative ideas or stuff like that. So yeah. Also, one of the funny things about this event, guys, is that you can't actually get up here normally. They removed this area that you need to jump on to get up here. I can barely reach if I go, like, here or something. I can actually, like, get up here, I think, with 2 times agility. Definitely with jetpack. But if you actually need to get up here and you don't have any of that or gum, you can actually come around back here and use this tree to get up. If you need to, for getting these skates and then also doing the obby. It is a little bit more annoying, but it is how you can go ahead and get up here. If you don't have, yeah. If you don't have the jetpack or any of that fun, like, bunny gum or anything like that. But anyways, that should be pretty much all the quests for him, so we should be able to move on to, I think, the next quest. Or I guess he has one more quest. Do we have more quests from the other one? No, we don't. Do I see a new haircut? Yes, I did get a haircut recently, so it is now not everywhere. FPS, please. I want some frames. But yeah. Yeah, the event itself is kind of, we definitely need some changes. Hopefully we get them like this Friday would be my guess, is getting a midweek update. I think the devs are aware enough that they will try something. I don't know if they will actually address all of the issues that are going on with the tower currently, but at least some of them should be addressed. Any that aren't, I can probably make a list about them. and actually submit that concisely so they have a good place to go look for it. Because right now they're kind of getting bombarded with information like, oh, this is broken, this, I don't like how this works. And they don't know like what to trust, what not to trust. Like, really, do you listen to that one verified that's like, oh yeah, Terra's too difficult, I need 20 keys from it, or something like that. Or do you just make the tower a little bit easier? Or do you listen to like 5 testers that are new or something and that all want this thing? Or do you listen to like one of the older testers that is suggesting something else? They're getting a lot of different ideas and stuff, and they're going to have to really sort through those and figure out which one they want to implement. So I don't know, it's going to be complicated. I think personally some ideas are great and pretty obvious to implement, and then there's some other obvious ideas that are actually not a good idea to implement. I think for the most part people have been suggesting good stuff, but every once in a while I see a suggestion where it's like, yeah, that sounds amazing, devs, please do not add that because it would be absolutely game breaking and not fun at all for everyone, or like ruin half the point of the tower. But yeah. Is there a new Crippy Cat in this event? I think I've been seeing pictures of that, but yeah. How many Crippy... Or is Cozy Crippy a previous event thing? Let's see. Oh, we have some Creepies. We have a lot of Creepies, I guess. Are both of these crafting? I don't know. I don't know exactly... Oh, no, it's an event. Obviously, it's not crafting. I could have sworn I had Cozy Creepy. Maybe I used it for something, I don't really know. I have a creepy board. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I probably have it somewhere. A lot of my stuff is on my alt, so that might be where it is if I don't have it in my inventory. Creepy Sleigh? Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw someone posting about a Creepy pet. Creepy Sleigh. Is it at all similar to Santa Sleigh? Or is it actually quite a bit different? Because one of the funny things about Santa Sleigh is just how many areas it allows you to get into and out of. Yes, Creepy Sleigh, cool. We actually got that, so we'll lock it. Yeah, it doesn't look to be the same. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than Santa Sleigh. That's unfortunate. No, one of the funny things that you can do with Santa Sleigh, in this new area, I don't mind showing this off because, like, I mean, it doesn't really do anything. Unless you're like actually good at getting into places, at which point you can already figure it out yourself. But yeah, you can glitch into the wall. I'm now actually in the wall, and I can go ahead and fall onto the map. So yeah, that's one of the great things about Santa Sleigh. We'll go ahead and fall on the map, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, funny. We saw these messages, but yeah. Yeah, no, you can't really highest proof the walls. Alright, we're going to do head elf now. But yeah, you can't really highest proof the walls. But it definitely came in helpful like during this event. Since never mind, I won't say that. I'm sure some of you guys can probably none of you guys can figure out what I was trying to say. But yeah, it can be helpful every once in a while. It's not always useless. But for the most part, it's pretty much useless to be able to get on the map most of the time. Like, especially in like the final boss area, it doesn't really help to get out on the map. Yeah, most of the time getting out on the map doesn't do anything. Did I use the code GIFT? I have not. So apparently there is a code, guys. Apparently this code. Boom, perfect. You probably get like a rare. Oh, you get a godly. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, and if you're new to the game, definitely enter that code. That godly pet will almost certainly carry you through the rest of the game by itself. And definitely if you pair it with the code 2 years, you should be able to pretty easily get yourself through the event. Or get yourself through the game without any struggles. But yeah. Thank you for letting me know about the code. I sometimes do forget about codes during updates because it's not something I'm really focused on. So it's nice to have that one done with already. Anyways, 15 mini elves, 5 reindeer ghosts. Alright, we're still in this area. Yeah, it's a Christmas event. Its Christmas event is out. And with it, we got a whole new towers, or a new tower system-ish. That might need a lot of changes. Definitely will need a lot of changes, based on popular opinion. I haven't tested it out enough in its current form to really let you know. I think I've done like 1 current tower, and that's it. So yeah. What I do know is that people have been complaining that it is difficult. It is not just a you thing. It has actually it's a lot more difficult and kind of annoying than it has been in previous years. So yeah. Oh yeah, the first Christmas event was definitely a cool event. It was definitely an event. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. The first Christmas event, I don't really remember playing too much. I obviously did because I do remember what Scrooge is, but I don't think I grinded it like some of the previous events I have, where I've gotten like all the mythicals or stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm looking for a red ring. Oh yeah, it's over here. Boom. I definitely didn't play it as much as some of the previous events. All right, 100 snowflakes. Just spam through some more dialogue. Ella, I heard Ella's name. I don't care. Oh, we need snowflakes. Oh, what? Alright, that should be enough snowflakes, but we'll grab a few more just because we have some gum running. Ouch. Yeah, the getting 1% on bosses is so annoying because you end up it happens if you don't get to the boss fast enough. So generally it's better to just like tank any of the close hitting attacks and just chill near the boss and wait until like it finishes the attack before you actually take down its shield sometimes. I know occasionally I stop shooting the boss for like a few seconds just so when I do get hit by an attack and get flung away, I don't take down its shield while I'm getting flung away and lose a lot of time that way. Oh, we're doing rings. Yeah, don't worry, guys. I know where all these rings are, surely. Actually, no, I do. Wow. We have the green ring over here, which I found earlier, which we will probably need to go do the obby for if we don't get our frames back up. Because when you're lagging, guys, you can't really do movement as well in Roblox. For some reason, the physics is just a mess that way. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you get flung away when it drops, that's like the worst possible case scenario. You're much better off losing a few seconds by waiting until the boss hits you and then you get back to the boss before you take down its shield. Anyways, pink rings over here, guys. This is probably the most difficult ring to find since you never come down here. And it's faced against the wall. You can't see it from this side, but it is over here. If anyone struggles to find it. Yeah. I think that's the second confusing thing in this event. The ring locations in Christmas event are actually kind of hidden. Other than like this blue ring, they're all like faced against a wall or something, so they're actually kind of difficult to find. But yeah, with this lag, we might actually end up losing a tower fight. If this lag like spikes at the worst possible times during the tower, you can just get corrupted like super fast. Anyways, we need to go get Coco. Yeah, I don't understand. Half these quests just feel like filler quests, which is it's nice. It makes the quest kind of short, but it does mean it. doesn't take as long as I was thinking. Blah, blah, blah. Retrieve Green Elf's Ice Skates. Oh, yeah. Green Elf's Ice Skates. I know where those are. They're right over here. I don't know why she asked for Green Elf's Ice Skates when she's Head Elf, but anyways. Alright, we got a Snowflake quest auto-completed. The funny thing is, like, we actually had a Snowflake quest earlier, but since it was, I don't remember exactly, but it was actually get 200 snowflakes. So instead of having 200 in your inventory, you actually need to go get 200. There's actually 2 different quests like that, which is actually kind of funny. When it is, I don't know if the wording matters, but sometimes it's just having them in your inventory, in which case it'll take it when you turn the quest in. Right now we have 1265, 1. And here we will have 12151 because we use 500 for the quest. But if it asks you to go get 200, and even if you have 200 already, and you just need to get another 200, it doesn't actually take it away, which is kind of a funny difference. But yeah. All right, now we need to go find some elves. I don't know if you guys know where these elves are, so I'll go ahead and make sure that you guys are aware. This is Blue Elf. Yeah, he's kind of in a kind of strange position. You need to come down this slope, find this tree, and then he should be on this green present right in front of it. The middle green present, not the one at the end, obviously. I'm not sure if you guys need that information. No. But I've been explaining stuff way too much for these quest lines, I realize. Most of you guys can probably find most of these rings yourself without too much difficulty. But yeah, there we go. Oh wow, that's a lot of festive keys. Do we already have like 18 festive keys or something like that? Let's see. Because I feel like we've been getting just yeah, we already have 18 festive keys. We've just been getting an insane amount. But yeah, we are now needing to go do that. I don't think we have the other one for, yeah. We're still missing key fragment 13s, or 3, 13, same difference. So we'll go ahead and do Ella for that. How have you been? Ready to help us test out? College Elves running Christmas and Santa's away, but the tower's ruining everything again, so I came up with the genius little invention, and you are going to earn it. Alright, so, yeah, we are, for some reason, going through dialogue slowly. Do you have any one of the 2 new mythical tower stuff? Obviously. Let me... Yeah, I 100% have them. Guys, I can't even get in there to buy it. Which is actually a lie, but, I'm not... Alright. Alright, guys. Before we do that, I'm going to let you guys vote on this. I'm going to continue working on this quest line. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and vote on that. Fortunately, you do need a Santa sleigh for if I do end up sharing it, or at least some good board. So even if like y'all try it, you probably won't be able to do it anyway. So yeah, it should be fine. Also, this is interesting. How many of you guys have voted too? Okay. I'll wait until that gets a few more votes. But yeah, you guys will see what that means when I go show it off. Yeah, it's been in the game. I reported it last year, so it is fine. I've kind of given up on reporting those anything that requires out of bounds, because like, I mean, 95% of you guys can't find those on your own. And those that can usually won't be able to use it because it's just faster to do the quest anyways. Like we've been streaming for 45 minutes. We are done with 3/4 of the quest. So it literally would takes like 5 to 10 minutes to go to do this thing. And it, like, you can go get in there in 0 minutes if you just do the quest. So it really doesn't save any time. You might as well just get the quests done because you're going to be doing them anyways. So yeah, like really, it's doesn't matter, I guess. But it is definitely a little bit more cheesy. All right. You guys have voted. I'll go ahead and show you guys what I am talking about here because you guys are definitely a little bit confused at this point. Anyways, so I was talking about how I can't really get the mythicals because I can't even get access to there yet. Since I don't have the piece. As you guys can see right now, it is kind of still locked. And if I try to go in there, I kind of get kicked out. And there isn't actually any way. Sometimes with Santa Slay, you can actually glitch through stuff. I showed this off earlier, how you can glitch through a wall. There isn't actually any way that I've found to be able to glitch through these bonus biome gates, because you do get ragdolled, which unequips your board when you do try to go through them. But what I have found... No, this you can't get on, I don't think, here. I just was seeing this and was thinking maybe I can get through here. I don't think I can. It'd definitely be a lot quicker if I could. But if you get out of bounds, it's actually kind of convoluted. The new area you can do it is up here. It requires jetpack, but you need jetpack anyway, so it's not really a requirement. And if you glitch through the wall here, I don't remember exactly. I never remember whether it's forward or backwards against walls get you through. I think either one works. But yeah, with Santa Slay, since it is so big, you can actually get yourself pushed through walls. Yeah, there we go. Now that you're through walls, you're actually outside the map, so you can go ahead. Oh wait, you aren't going to be able to get... Yeah, with the amount of lag we're having right now, we aren't going to be able to actually get up. Because when you're lagging so much, you can't actually get out of an area. Yeah, I can't gain any height with my jetpack just because... Or, generally you can, but I couldn't at that time because I was lagging so much, so, yeah. Yeah, okay, I can't even do it. I can't even do it, guys. I'm too laggy to even do that. All right, now, okay. But anyways, you can actually get into that area without, it's convoluted. I said you need to get out of bounds, and then you need to actually get back in bounds in here. And it's not as easy like dropping through the roof or anything like that, because there is an invisible roof above there, and walls are around. So you actually have to do a little bit more confusing stuff. But yeah, you can get into there early, without actually having it unlocked. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get the rest of the ghosts that I need. Yeah, sorry I wasn't able to show it off. I probably shouldn't anyways, but yeah. I don't think we were going to have enough lag-free time to be able to do it anyways, so... whatever. Unfortunate. Yeah, okay. It looks like Pink Elf's quest is definitely racking up the difficulty a little bit. Like Blue Elf, Green Elf, and Head Elf were all like super easy. Did I say Pink Elf? But yeah, Blue Elf, Green Elf, and Head Elf have all been super easy, and now we're hitting Pink Elf, which I think will actually balance out the difficulty a little bit. It looks like because first quest is already, or second quest is already requiring us to do 20 different ghosts. So yeah. It looks like this will probably be the longest quest. But even as it's standing, we've only really taken under 45 minutes so far. So not too much of a hurdle anyways. Anyways, looks like here we'll be collecting 400 snowflakes. And as I was talking about earlier in the stream, I don't know how many of you guys are paying attention. But since we started this quest with 0, even though we already have some snowflakes, when we turn this quest in, we won't actually lose these 400 snowflakes. So... yeah, so right now we are at 15,000. We'll turn this quest in, and even though we cost 400, we will end up with 15,000, 415 because we got 400 from this quest. So we actually gained more from this, even though she had us go collect 400 anyways. Yeah. And that's like, it's actually kind of funny, the difference between those two quests. And the fact that they both kind of sometimes say the same thing, so, yeah. Just be aware when you are doing quests that there is two different quests that do require, items like that. Actually, Infinite Quests is one of the best examples of this. I don't know if was it Infinite Quests? Maybe it was daily quests that we had a long time ago. But at some point there were quests that you had to do like I think it was daily quests, where you had to collect items, and since it wouldn't take it away, you still had to collect them, and so it was actually kind of a fun challenge. At least during the first part of the game. Maybe not a challenge, but something to do, at least different. But yeah, we need to go unbox a Christmas crate. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get ourselves another rose muffin. Perfect. And then go ahead and go back to Pink Elf. One of the funny things I'm wondering if they'll, during this event... Oh, we got another festive key. If they'll ever make the boss at the end of this tower give us drops. Because as it stands right now... Or, not drops. Give us ectoplasm. Because as it stands right now with only one boss at the end... they could actually give us ectoplasm pretty easily from it. Because unlike multiple boss towers... you don't have to continue grinding through towers... after you get the boss, so you can actually have full ectoplasm, ghost cell, and all that fun stuff without having to actually get like soft locked or anything. Because generally speaking, when you do get a full ectoplasm, you can't like vacuum bosses, which is really annoying, or ghosts or anything like that, which would be really annoying. But since they have made it a one boss tower, they could actually do that. It'll be interesting to see if they actually do that. I don't think they will, but it's definitely something they could do. But yeah, I think 30 ghosts. This is the most amount of ghosts I think we've had to collect for any quests at this point. Which is actually a pretty low amount of ghosts. Like, I don't know why they make these events like super short for their quest part of it. Because like, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense for newer players because like, an hour of grinding for all these quests for newer players is a decent amount of time to spend. But like for older players, we'd be fine spending like 2 or 3 hours for just unlocking an event itself for the quest. Just as long as we don't have to do 2 or 3 hours of just straight towers or straight ghosts. As long as there's a little bit of variety. But yeah, I don't know. It's always weird to see the disparity between quests, because it feels like in Ghost Simulator, like either you have quests like Shelly and Jax and quests like that, where it literally takes hours and hours to do, super tedious and boring, or you have quests like Riley, which are like pretty. I think Riley's pretty balanced, but like you have quests that are like just super easy to do, and it just feels super weird to have that hit or miss on the quests. Like some quests are just like super easy, and then others are just like 5 hours of this, really? Should you farm the tower for the board? I already got the pet. That's up to you. I would have grinded the board first, but it really depends whether or not you like the board, whether you want to spend that time grinding for it. I personally would only grind for like a little bit of it. I'd get the board just personally myself, and then everything from like the 30 and 3, I think it's the new crate cost. I don't really remember. But yeah. Why the board first? Generally the board's more usable as a, like, I use boards so much more than I use pets. Like, I pretty much always use this cosmetic pet team that I have currently equipped whereas I rarely ever, whereas I like constantly am changing up the, rarely use the same board for too long in here. Like, I switch between Sandal Slag, Glizmata, Ghost Surfer, quite frequently, and use them actually quite a bit more. I occasionally flex the fact that I have a Spectral by lagging my game down to 2 FPS. You guys ready for this? We currently have, what is it? Oh, we're actually doing good on FPS. Not anymore. But yeah. I think boards are definitely better. They're a lot more, a lot more people see them. A lot more, obvious. But yeah. Alright, we'll turn this quest in. The next quest is probably going to be something like go find the pink ring or something silly. Oh, 500 snowflakes. Interesting. It's interesting how this quest requires you to get 2 collection quests where you need to actually get them, whereas the head elf had 1 where you needed to get them and then 1 where you just had to have them. Kind of interesting that way. I would have thought they would have been structured similarly, where both their quests do the same thing, but I guess not. Alright, I was just using a little bit more of the loot gum to go ahead and get some more snowflakes, because we will need quite a bit of snowflakes for this event. If last event was any indication, because last event we grinded like 109 towers, pretty much using glitchy loot gum the whole time, and still barely had enough for everything, although we did end up buying one thing, which was unfortunate, but we don't talk about that. Rest in peace, Divine Sorcerer, or whatever it was called. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy Snowmobile, and take up even more of our already crowded inventory space, because, you know, what's better than having 0 inventory space, because there are more boards in the game than you have board space. Actually, is that actually the case yet? Let me go check. Alright, Pets Chronological. So right now we have a total of 60 or 55 more board pet space than I currently have. So I have 830, or no. There's a total of 925 pet space in the game currently. One of my complaints is the fact that we are quickly getting more pets than we have boards. We're quickly getting more pets than we have pet storage. Right now we are up to 883 pets currently in the game. Or no, 895. 895 pets currently in the game. Out of our 925. So we actually, someone with every single pet in their inventory would only have 30 free space left. Which is, yeah, that's a lot of pets. And then in terms of boards, let's see, how many boards are there? See also boards, chronological, perfect. There are currently 721 boards in the game. I have 600 space, but you can buy an additional, I think 100. Yeah, you can buy 150 and then get another 25. So there is 54. If you had every single board in the game right now, you'd have 54 free board space. So we're quickly running out of space for people to store their stuff, which is, I think once there's more pets than you have pet storage, you need to figure out some storage solution for sure. I think right now they still need some storage solution for sure, but I'm a little less pushy on it right now. Yeah, we'll go ahead, lock Snowmobile. Alright, 500 more snowflakes. Jump through the pink ring. Yeah, this is the quest I was expecting to come up soon. Because, like, the fact it's pink elf, it just makes sense for her to go, for us to go find the pink ring. If I can find it. It should be right here. Yeah, there it is. Found it. Alright, and with that, I think that's pretty much all the quests for We may have one more quest where you need to get like 10 ghosts, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Alright. 200 snowflakes. That's nice. And let's see. Oh, never mind. 40 ghosts? Really? You were such a good quest up till this point. It's such a shame. No. It makes sense. As I said, I was just saying earlier, it actually is nice to have some of these longer quests. Because it does kind of get boring when they're only like 10 ghosts or 20 ghosts or something, and you just kind of instantly get them. So, the fact that this quest is a little bit longer is actually kind of nice. It's kind of funny, though, that like Blue Elf and Green Elf were kind of spam, and then this quest is actually going to take us, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 minutes. But it is what it is, I guess, balance-wise. The fact that one quest is, like, the main difficulty isn't too bad, I guess. Yay, I love getting 5 FPS in game, don't you guys? Oh look, I saw 1 FPS. Yeah, it's my computer struggling with it. I don't know why. Actually, I was looking at it recently. It was looking like OBS was using a ton of memory. Wait. Let me guess. I have, for some reason, let me guess. Encoder, hardware. Okay, that is correct, I think. Audio is fine. I don't know, I was thinking maybe I'd set up my OBS weird, so I was using like the wrong thing for its encoding, but I don't think that's actually the case. But whatever, we'll get back to this quest before I burn too much more loot gum. Although I've pretty much burned all of it at this point, so it's a little late for that. But yeah, is it just me, or am I getting like fewer snowflakes? I feel like at this point I'd have like 50,000 snowflakes. But like, even though I'm using glitchy loot gum and I have 2 times drops, I feel like I'm getting like very few snowflakes from each ghost. 32? Yeah, okay. It seems like people are agreeing that you get 8 keys from a tire max, which is actually kind of interesting because during testing I was getting like I was getting 3-6 already, I think, with just my current setup without the event pass. I don't know why I was getting 3 keys from each boss drop, but I was. But yeah. Yeah, that's odd. It was odd. That's the thing about when you're in testing. A lot of the time, some stuff is like, especially the event pass, for instance. Sometimes that's calculated weirdly. Since last year I had the event pass, I think, for the Christmas event. I was guessing that might be applying or something like that. Or maybe the previous Halloween event was. So usually I wait for like testing the actual amount of keys until the event's actually dropped to make sure I'm actually getting an accurate amount, because you can't really test with the event pass since purchases are disabled in the testing world. So I usually wait until the event is actually out to test how many keys you get per it. So we'll see if those numbers are changed from then. But that's just my knowledge from the testing world itself. So yeah, testing world's not always super accurate with what it is. Well, no. You get 3 keys. The way the event works, guys. This is why I don't trust you guys with numbers. Yeah. You get 2 sets of keys from each tower. One, you get the boss drop from the boss itself. This is considered a boss drop. So generally it's 1 key. Times 2 for 2 keys if you have the times 2 boss drops. then times whatever gum you're using. So times 2 times 3 times 4, 4, 6, 9, 8. If you have boss drops and glitchy boss gum, which is generally what people are using while grinding bosses. So up to 8, and then +1 for the event pass. That's generally how math works for bosses. This event is a little bit different, but that usually gives people around, gave me 3 keys per boss last event. This, and then you also get another set of keys, 3 keys from the end of the event, from the end of the tower itself. Alright, we'll go turn in this quest for Pink Elf and then go to a tower so I can actually show you. But yeah, you also get, so you get 2 sets of keys. You get the one from the boss itself, and then you get another set from the tower itself. The ones from the tower, the 3 that you get from completing the tower itself, is only affected by the event pass. So I don't know exactly how that math works out, but you don't get the boss drops from that. So yeah. So yeah, you will get 2 sets of keys. I'll go ahead and show you guys, I guess, during this tower. But anyways, yeah, we will go ahead and do a tower this run. I'm going to show you guys the keys distributions, at least for me right now, with having no event pass and times 2 boss drops, since there's no way for me to show you guys without times 2 boss drops, because, I mean, I have 2 times boss drops. But yeah, eventually I will probably be buying a Christmas event pass too, so I can also see with that later. Yeah. I don't trust anyone other than myself with numbers, to be honest. Because, like, the amount of complicated things that can happen with numbers is insane. I think the best example of this is the double boss. Or no, the stats for pet stats. Pet stats and Ghost Simulator, they, even if they are like, the stat says like 2.00. You gain around 52.5%, I think exactly, stat increase every time you go from level 1 to level 15. But the way stats are calculated, you actually have to subtract 1, multiply it by 1.525, and then add 1 back again to get actually how the stats would display in game. Because stats are, since they are a multiplier but they're being added, they actually subtract 1 from the stats to actually get how much stats the pet has. So if you only have 1 pet equipped and you have a 2 times 2 stats, you get 2 times the currency. So that makes sense. That's kind of how it's balanced for. But if you have 2 times pet stats, you don't want to get times 4 pet stats, because if you have like 300 stat pets, all of a sudden instead of getting 100 times, you're getting some stupid like million times the amount of currency or whatever. So instead of doing it that way, it gets added together. So you have 2 times pet stats instead of it going up to 4 times by doing 2 plus 2. It's actually 1 base stat, because no matter if you're selling without pets, you're always getting 1 times currency. So it goes up to 2, since 2 is the first pet stat, and then on the next one, it adds another 1. So instead of thinking about stats as like plus as times 2, it's better to think about it as 1 plus 100%. Or subtract 1 from it, and then that's the stat multiplier. It's actually kind of confusing, but to explain, it makes sense mathematically speaking. It's hard to explain since I'm not great at speaking, but I guess, but yeah. Why do I have so many boosts? Yes, I've pretty much done. Alright, I don't think we have enough health to do cheese strats, guys. How do I already have 17%? Have I really taken that much damage from ghosts? Whoa. Or did I get, like, where did I get 17% damage? Did I get all that from ghosts? But yeah, I'm not going to risk it with the amount of lag we have right now. It's best for me to just do these obbies the intentional way. There are some cheese strats where you can do towers, the floors a little bit faster. But we are not going to be messing around because that lava does do a lot of damage. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I've always just been, I've been confused on this one. I kind of just did this. But yeah, these obvious floors are definitely difficult. I definitely don't blame you guys for struggling on them. Ow. That hurt. Yeah, I know. I just noticed that, guys. I just noticed that. I am going to continue to ignore them because, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, guys. There's nothing behind there. You just... Yeah, more agility comes in clutch, though, during these towers. Not gonna lie, it's, like, one of the best things to be doing during the obbies. The obbies are definitely too long. I think it should probably end right about after this obby. No, like, amount-wise, you should only have to do, like, half the amount you actually have to do. Like, here, I always jump to this one, guys. I don't know. It feels like there are a lot of extra platforms. But, yeah. But yeah, you definitely get a lot of damage from this thing. It's actually kind of a really obnoxious really obnoxious how long it is and how much damage it ends up doing, especially considering the fact that unlike the ghost floors, you don't actually get any reward from it. Like during ghost floors, you do end up getting you do end up getting some snowflake drops from the ghost itself. Yeah, look how much better, easier obbies are when you actually have nice frames. But yeah. Unlike ghost floors where you get snowflakes from the drops from the ghosts themselves, those floors don't actually have any purpose to them. Like, it would be a lot better if, like, those floors had, like, in my opinion, it'd be a lot better if those floors were both shorter, and then had a reward for completing it. Right now, as it stands, there's really no reason to complete it, as someone was pointing out earlier in the stream. You actually get a after 5 minutes, you get auto put to the end without any corruption or whatnot, no matter what. So if you're with other people, you actually have to wait for that 5 minutes before they get teleported. So you might as well, if you're with other people, just go ahead and, yeah, I'm not doing that, guys. I know it's the intentional way, but, like, that's just so much easier. Oh, this one. I haven't done this one yet. This is, like, the only one that isn't really cheesable. But yeah, because, what was I saying, guys? Yeah, it's pretty easy. As you guys can probably see, I'm not struggling too much. But I do have more agility. I'm a little bit better at the game than most people. So the fact that it is so long, it's more of just tedious for me than anything else. Okay. And then there's this floor, which literally is just walk straight. But yeah, I feel like there definitely needs to be some sort of reward for completing, and then some sort of autocomplete with how ghost floors work when you get auto-teleported after everyone finishes up the ghosts. Once someone gets to the end, people should get auto-teleported after like 30 seconds. Anyone who completes before that 30 seconds, though, should get like a free key or something just to balance it out. Because as it stands right now, it kind of feels useless to go ahead and try the tower for new people, especially when it does so much damage. Like, we've got 14% damage from both those two towers. I mean, we've somehow got 17% damage before that, so maybe it's not as much as I'm thinking, but yeah. It's just like, why spend the effort and time and potentially corruption playing the tower when you can just kind of wait for it to end anyways? So yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion, I guess. is that they should add a reward to it, and also to make people like want to do it, and then also go ahead and make it so that you aren't waiting for AFK people or anything like that. That was at least my suggestion in like when I played it. I've actually submitted that already. I just don't think devs actually really listen too much, unfortunately. But yeah, towers themselves, like, the best strategy you have is kind of just to keep walking. As long as you're walking during these ghost floors, it's pretty much impossible for you to actually get hit by any of these shooting orbs, because they actually move slower than you walk. So unless you end up walking backwards or anything like that, you won't actually run into too many of them. Especially if you're using vacuum gum, where you don't need to wait around a little bit for ghosts to get vacuumed, so they don't end up going out of reach. It should be pretty much a piece of cake to go through those floors. So pretty much the only difficulty is going to be those obby floors for new players, I guess. Yeah. Alright guys, do you think we'll get a ghost floor or a obby floor next one? Looks like we got an obby floor. Perfect. I love obby floors. Especially this one. Which is definitely not just a hold forward simulator. Alright, this one's actually annoying. If we get good frames, I'll go ahead and do the cheese strat on this one eventually. Just to show you guys what I mean by cheesable. We need to go. We need. Yeah. Okay. We can't do the cheese strat anymore. We got. As I said, you do get a lot of corruption from touching the lava. I don't know if jumping's the best strategy. I rarely fall in the lava, but I kind of thought. I don't know even how I fell in the lava. I wasn't really paying too much attention. I over jumped, didn't I? But yeah. Yeah, you don't want to fall in the lava on this. You do definitely get a lot more corruption than you really should. Alright, there we go. Really, as long as we don't get that floor too often, we should be fine during even the toughest tower grinds. Like all these other ones, there's really no risk of actually falling in. Okay, as I touched lava twice. How long do you think you need per tower? I finished the tower in around 12 minutes. Yeah, a lot of it depends on your RNG with ghost floors versus obby floors. Obby floors seem to take like an hour and a half, or hour and a half. It feels like an hour and a half. A minute and a half, whereas ghost floors take usually around 30 seconds plus 30 seconds for wait time between it. So around a minute per. So yeah. It's if you get a lot of ghost floors, you can actually complete it in probably under 10 minutes. Whereas if you get a lot of obbies, you gotta get pushed up to like 15 minutes. I think personally, I think that 12 minutes is probably what I'd aim for. But yeah, as I said, a lot of it really depends on how good at the game you are, how laggy you are, how speed running you are. Alright, this is my pet peeve, is when the lava is above the thing you're supposed to be walking on, because it's so easy to accidentally step on it, like the corner of it or anything. I personally prefer when the lava is below the thing you have to walk on, so all you need to do is make sure you have like a toe on the thing you need to stand on. Because it looks deceptively big when it's the other way around. Alright, anyways, we are up to the boss floor itself. Hopefully I do pay enough attention so I don't actually get corrupted. And I should also be paying a little bit of attention to the amount of keys I get per it. Right now we are at 19. I think we're going to get two from the boss, 2 keys from the boss itself, and then another 3 keys from the tower, for a total of 5 keys from this boss. But I could be wrong on that. But yeah, it looks like we are going to be fighting Fluffy, which is actually the surprise boss this event. Yeah, I'm aware that it picks Fluffy, Scrooge, and Nutcracker randomly. But yeah, we should have got here fast enough, so we shouldn't miss a cycle here, which is really good because missing cycles is bad. Yeah, it does a little animation. Oh, it's doing a laser attack. I need to get close to it. I'm surprised I still remember the cues for those Fluffy's attacks, because Fluffy's was like so long ago, and we never really had an event with Fluffy again, so it's literally remembering its attacks from like so long ago. I think Fluffy is one of the most iconic bosses to a lot of you guys, because a lot of people end up joining this game during the Easter event itself. So a lot of people remember this boss. But yeah, it's a pretty easy boss. I mean, it's about just as difficult as Nutcracker or Scrooge, to be honest, since it is 3 cycle bosses are generally pretty easy. As you guys can see, we managed to do it without getting any corruption whatsoever from the boss. We did end up getting 71% corruption from, mainly from obby floors, but from the tower floors beforehand. But anyways, how many keys do I get from the boss itself? That looks like 3 to me. Did I get 3 keys? Yeah, I got 3 keys, guys. This is how weird this event is. I got 3 keys from the boss itself, and then I should get another 3 keys yeah, I got another 3 keys. As you guys saw, I went from 22 to 25. You get from completing the tower itself. I'm thinking Event Pass goes ahead and adds 1 key to the boss drops, and then 1 key to the 3 keys you get at the end. So I don't even think Event Pass right now is worth it for any of you guys to buy, if you only go from 6 to 8. In previous events, I would advise it, but with only getting 2 additional keys per tower, I don't think it's really worth it for any of you guys, or anyone with the double boss drops. But it's definitely interesting that I'm getting 3 keys from a boss without the Event Pass, because generally that means you're getting... Since I have double boss drops, that just doesn't make sense, guys. It's so weird getting 3 keys from the boss. But yeah, that is the tower. It is definitely looking difficult. I think the biggest difficulty is just going to be how long it is. But yeah, we'll go ahead and turn in Head Health Quest and go ahead and grab whatever we get from this. Alright, we got a Comfy Moth, which is actually kind of interesting. Moth was just a random pet. The fact that we are getting reskins of random pets it's cool. It's kind of funny, though. I think a lot of it has to do with the influence of the people making the concepts. They're like, oh yeah, I made this cool concept. I want to make a reskin of it, and they can just do that. So we get these random concepts that get reskins that no one really knows about. But yeah, I think that's all it is for this event for now. If anyone has any ideas for what we can do now, we could do another tower, but I don't know. I don't feel like doing another tower on stream. Yeah, I mean, we could go unbox some 3 key chests, but I think saving that for later would be nice. Actually, you know what we can do? I just remembered. There is actually some crafting recipes during this event. So I'll go take a quick look at those crafting recipes. And see if any of the crafting recipes really stand out to me. I believe crafting's over here somewhere. Yes, there it is. So yeah, there is crafting in this event. It's kind of tucked over here in the corner that you'll never go to. So if you are wanting to go craft some stuff, you can come over here to do it. It looks like this Xmas recipe number 1 is kind of a free recipe. I don't know what this pest is. I think I'll go look at some stuff to go figure out if I can see what these pets are. Winter spirits and angels and an everlasting snowball fight. So I'm assuming this is some snowball fight pet. Angels and then the winter spirit of some sort. This one looks like crying angels and creepy crawlies at midnight. All right. 2 boards. Yeah. I'll go see if crying angels. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what any of these pets are that are shown. And so I can know them for when I need to craft later. Alright, so I need this global fight, I think, for one. And then, always. Alright, we almost definitely need this board, I think, for the other one, maybe. Or maybe Gift Spider. Gift Spider makes more sense. But yeah, let's see, can I identify any from pictures? Almost certainly. Yeah, that definitely looks like we'll need these. Alright, yeah, this angel we'll definitely need some of these, actually a few of these, which will be annoying, but it will be definitely doable. But yeah, I think this will definitely be an interesting event. I think right now the balance is sort of weird, where event passes, it's like the first event where the event pass is actually not worth it to buy, at least if you have double, like, actually, what, do you get like 5 keys from this without anything? I think this is actually a really free-to-play friendly event for once. Because I think you get 3 keys, or 5 keys from this event without anything. So you can buy double drops for another additional key, and then, yeah. And then event pass for an additional 2 keys. You don't even double your key amount by getting event pass and double boss drops. So I can't really recommend getting the event passes event for the first time. Since I think, yeah, for the first time since like last Metaverse, I think, would be the last event that I didn't recommend getting the event pass. But anyways, that is, I think, everything for this event that I have needed to complete. I'll probably be doing some more tower grinding on stream later this week, maybe after towers get fixed, maybe for a little bit. We'll see. I have seen what these mythicals are. They look very similar to last year's things, so that's kind of funny. It'll be interesting if we get colored RNG Madness version 2. I hope we don't, to be honest. I'm not sure how. I like the purple deer. I just don't think other people like the purple deer enough to warrant having it again. But yeah, it's a really cool looking board and pet. I definitely recommend, if you want to, getting it. Actually, you can probably pull it up on the wiki so you can see it before you buy it. But yeah, very cool. Very cool event. I definitely like the nostalgic. If I do grind this event, it'll almost certainly be without the Christmas event pass. Because as it stands right now, I don't think getting 2 additional keys per tower is worth it. I think you're much better off just playing this game, playing this event free to play. 5 keys per tower seems like plenty in my opinion. And yeah, I think that's all my thoughts on this event. I might be doing a video later, actually condensing these thoughts, making a nice video for you guys to watch, making sure people are aware of how to do obbies efficiently, ish. I don't know how much that's needed, but yeah, it is definitely an interesting event. Devs do have more plans, so if you are annoyed at the current tower, stick around, watch the updates, join the Discord, or not my Discord, join the Bloxplate Discord, which you can from the description of the game itself. Don't worry about my Discord for the game itself, guys. It's not going to be super helpful. But yeah, the devs have said they are planning on changing some stuff, so if you are annoyed at the tower right now, it might change in the future. I will keep you guys updated. And yeah, I think that's all I have planned for today's video. If you guys have questions on this event, go ahead and leave them in like the comments of this. I don't know if anyone will have questions. I've kind of covered everything in the stream itself, and the chance of anyone actually watching this far in that video of it, it's kind of low. But yeah, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll probably answer it in a video I do later. I'll probably answer you in a reply to you, so if you want that, you can do that. But I'll also go ahead and make a video covering any questions you guys have and anything I think you guys need to know for this event. With that, that's all I have. It's actually a pretty short event, so not really too many complaints. I think the tower right now is the biggest one, but I haven't really done too much of that as yet, so bye. That's all I have, and it's snowing outside a lot, so actually, can I show you guys how much it's snowing? I wonder how bad it... Alright. Do I lose you guys? Hopefully not. Webcam, I believe in you. Alright. Not quite. Alright, you guys get to see my book collection. But yeah, it is snowing out there. Bad. You guys can't really see that. Alright, whatever. I'm getting a lot of snow is what I'm trying to say, so, yeah. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but that's something interesting going on. And I think we can go now actually end the stream. Alright, whatever. I don't need to get my webcam perfect before I end the stream. Anyways, yeah, bye. See you guys whenever I decide to do a video. I'll also be making a video on my classified unbox that I did recently, so if you're interested in that, I don't know, subscribe or something. I'll have a video out soon on my classified unboxing and also on this event, so stay tuned for those.